Hello and welcome to I Am Geek episode 30. I am Ryan Street and I'm here with my brother Chris and our good pal Chris Catron. How you guys doing tonight?
Great. It is good Thursday evening. 30.
Can you believe
we've 30.
We've hit 30 episodes.
Oh,
Wow.
Feeling old.
That's what we used to think was old when we were younger, you know.
Yeah.
It's my parents are 30. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
They're old.
I know, and I'm 39.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
you're ancient.
Right.
Soon I'll be 40,
Jeez.
and then I will be old.
I'll put you out to pasture.
I know, I'll be 40 with a toddler and a newborn.
That's the age I always thought of our parents was at 40. I don't know. I always think of them as 40.
They were always 40.
They're always 40. That's the parent age, 40. I don't know why. It's just always that was it. My parents were 40.
Yeah, there we go. I'm feeling a lot older right now. I did have surgery this week. I won't go into details, but so I may be a little out of it. I may at some point just go, well, that's it for tonight.
You went fishing with your bait and tackle. And everything's fine now.
Sure, whatever you say.
Yeah.
It was I won't go into the surgery, but I did have a little scare at the end of the surgery after everything was over with. Started feeling really nauseous. My blood pressure completely dropped out. They couldn't even register it. I started sweating and lost all color, and they freaked out. And so,
did you get a new blood pressure?
Oh yeah, they brought in a new one.
You lost?
Yeah, it bottomed out. They couldn't get it to do anything, and then they gave me oxygen and some stuff, and it finally came back to normal. So I'm here. I'm alive.
There you go.
You know?
I Am Geek will go on.
Yes, we'll go on.
Don't worry, folks.
Yeah.
But this is episode 30, and we've got a lot to cover because a lot has happened. Like in the past few hours, a lot has happened in the world of geek. Big news today coming out of the Star Wars front. This news sort of came out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still trying to figure out why they decided that November 9th was the day that they were going to announce some of the stuff that they announced. But hey, they're Disney. They do what they want to.
November the 9th be with you.
Yeah, I guess so. But they announced today that Rian Johnson, who is the director of the Last Jedi that has not come out yet, has been signed to create an all-new Star Wars trilogy that will not focus on the Skywalker saga. That's going to be completely different, completely new, supposedly, with completely new characters. But it was announced today that he's going to head up the creative of that. We know that he will be writing and directing the first one of the trilogy. We're not sure about the other two.
Subsequent.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but it's very interesting because you can sort of take it one of two ways. You know, he did a really good job, I guess, on The Last Jedi. So they're pushing him on. But is that going to get our hopes up where we're like, oh, The Last Jedi is going to be awesome because they've already signed him to 3 more movies, and then we see The Last Jedi and we're like, oh, well, that was
great. More of these.
That's okay.
Yeah, they're building it up. Yeah, so yeah, if no one likes the Last Jedi, then he could be in trouble.
Yeah.
To make the other ones.
But I think we'll like The Last Jedi. But I'm very interested in where they're going to take this because you sort of knew that they were going to do this. I mean, you knew that they weren't going to stop after, this trilogy.
No, it's going to be all done. No more toys, nothing. They're not going to do anything. They're going to take it out of the parks.
Yeah, they're not finding that new people are enjoying it. There's just nothing.
It's going to be like Disney's Black Cauldron. They're just going to shove it under a rug. No one's going to know about it.
Poor Black Cauldron. But, I think, I read where on Twitter everybody's talking about it. And, some people were like, complaining that it wasn't going to have the Skywalkers involved any, but I think they sort of already tested these waters, not at this expanse, but I think they tested this waters a little with Rogue One, Although it did have Darth Vader at the end, it was not focused on the Skywalker, saga. And I think that was just a little test to see how people would react. And it was one of the best Star Wars movies out there, I think. I mean, it was very well done, and the story was, great. So I don't have concern about them taking the movies into a different part of the galaxy or a different time frame in the galaxy that doesn't involve the Skywalkers. Because the Star Wars, I mean, it is a galaxy far, far away, and there's more than just that one family, in this galaxy. Yeah. So I don't know. What do you think? What time period or place do you think the new trilogies would you like to see them go in?
Well, there's always been this speculation. I've never quite understood exactly where it came from. There's like unknown space beyond, like the Star Wars galaxy? Like there's something like out there, like uncharted territory.
So that's Star Trek.
No. I mean, those words are, but
well, I mean, the new Disney park, Star Wars park stuff is that's based on the very outer reaches of unexplored.
Yeah, outer reaches, and so there's stuff beyond that they haven't really explored. Yeah. And supposedly there's I think they touched on in some of the books, I guess. Like there's civilizations out there that are like kind of like troublesome and everything, and they could possibly invade that galaxy at some point. There's speculation that the Emperor, his whole plan behind this was to take control of this galaxy so he could prepare for whatever was coming. There's been weird speculation about that off and on throughout the years. So I'm wondering if it takes place outside altogether of the Star Wars galaxy with something like that, and if something in The Last Jedi sets that up a little bit. Because it's something that Rian Johnson, he had the idea for it, so he had to have the idea somehow. So I wonder if there's some little tidbit or something that's happening in The Last Jedi, and that led him to think all this, we can take this and make it its own movie.
Yeah, I mean, there's also stuff from the past that they could play on too, like the Old Republic era and the Knights of the Old Republic and stuff like that. Not saying that they would, but there is a past where. Way before the first prequel, the prequels, stuff that happened with the Jedi and how the Jedi rose to be who they are. So there's that. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. A lot of people were saying, well, what about Rey and Poe and Finn and all that stuff? Well, I think, first off, we have to let this trilogy play out and see what actually happens to them in the last movie. But I don't think they're done with them. I think this is an addition to whatever that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Those characters could go in different ways. I mean, they could go in the ways of Clone Wars and Rebels and stuff like that, where it's an animated thing or games or stuff in the parks. I mean, I think whatever they do for this new trilogy will be since it's all owned by Disney, will be stuff that they can use in the future in the parks.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to have to play in some way where it's going to be able to cohesively be used in the parks, maybe.
It's going to be a trilogy just for the Porgs. Just Porg trilogy. They're taking the Ewok movie, but they're pushing that further and making a trilogy with Porgs. Yeah. That's going to happen.
Why not? I mean, there's really three ways to go about this. They go to the past. They do something in the past. They go into 10 years or more into the future, probably more, further into the future, where the Skywalkers and this whole set of movies are long gone, or that time period's long gone. So you may have little bits and pieces where they talk about stuff that happened in the past. Or you do something where it's in the same time period, but it's in a different part of the galaxy, dealing with completely different characters and how they're dealing with
what's happening.
Yeah, what's happening.
Yeah, it's parallel to it. Yeah. So I think there's got to be some kind of familiarity for people to grab onto it.
Yeah.
Right. If it's something totally different that has nothing to do what we know as Star Wars, then it's like what's going on here, and it'd probably fail, But I think if it's parallel in some way, then it's you could even think about like the Senate, right, and the prequels. Mm-hmm. There's all these different species that we've not really seen much of. I mean, E.T. was in there, right? So it could be a new E.T. movie. But someone from there is like they could just kind of pick from. It's like, which one of these, or they follow the Wookiees, I don't know, but
I
don't know. I think something parallel might be interesting, but like it said a different corner of the universe, right? So, so it made it sound like it's still that same. What's going on? Well, of course it's going to be related somehow. But yeah,
because you have the current trilogy going on, so we don't know what's going to happen to those characters. And then you have all these standalone movies that they've either announced or pretty much going to announce. Which happen in with the same characters, basically. So
characters we've met before.
Yeah, it's characters we've met before. So I think this new trilogy is not going to be characters we met before, but it could be going on at the same time. But who knows? I mean,
yeah.
Star Wars: The Next Generation.
I hope not. But speaking of Next Generation, which was a TV show, they did announce also that they're going to have a Star Wars TV series on the new Disney streaming service that will debut in 2019. Woohoo! More money to spend, which is going to be hard because they're going to bring all the Marvel, all the Disney, and all the Star Wars to that service. So it's sort of like if you want to see that, you got to pay for it.
They did say that the Netflix shows are staying with Netflix, and any of the spin-offs, like The Punisher.
Yeah, but new Marvel shows will be on the Disney thing. So I don't know what the Star Wars series is going to be. That could be when that's going to take place. Hopefully, it won't be like some of the past Star Wars TV series that were in the past, like the Ewok one. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
What was wrong with that?
It's fine.
Yeah.
Fine. So I don't know. So it'll be interesting to see how everything lines up. Now they didn't really say when that Star Wars series would be out. That it would just be out on the streaming service, and the streaming service doesn't start till 2019. So
I wonder if it'll be a different one because they had talked about one before. It was about bounty hunters.
Yeah.
Like they were going to do a show with bounty hunters before, but that kind of got sidelined. So I wonder if it'll be something like a retooling of that, or if it'll be totally different.
Don't know, but it's all speculation right now. But also, we found out that there's a big rumor going around that Disney could potentially buy part or most of Fox.
Yes, all the entertainment basically divisions.
Yeah.
They wouldn't purchase the news or like their sports stuff.
Yeah. So that could mean a lot of things because that would include the X-Men, Fantastic Four, Deadpool, which Ryan Reynolds posted like, what does this mean for Deadpool if this happens? And one of who's a friend of the show, I guess, Tyler Dean, who's on BLT, he had posted, like, we were talking back and forth about how it would be really funny to have Deadpool come into a Marvel, Disney Marvel movie, and every time that he was gonna, cuss and stuff, like something would happen, like a truck would go by, or like a horn would go off or something, and then he just looks at the camera like, really? Come on, Disney. That would be pretty hilarious. But
funny.
I'm sure Disney won't do that, but
it's not just like the Marvel stuff that would come back. There's also the original Star Wars.
Yep.
That wasn't tinkered with all the new CG and stuff, so they could re-release that on the Blu-ray. And
I wonder if Lucas would fight them on that.
I don't know. I don't think he has much say in it.
He's so fine.
But then There's also the Alien franchise. There's Predator.
And Avatar.
Avatar, which they pretty much already have anyway.
But if they own Fox, and they can, on all their products and stuff, they can take the little Fox off of it. Just say Disney, because unlike everything they sell, it has to have the Fox logo on it. So
yeah, I wonder if they would rebrand it just to be Disney, or if they would keep the Fox. Like Disney's Fox. Disney's the Fox and the Hound. Maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe not. So what would you like to see happen if Disney does buy Fox? What do you want to see them do?
Well, as much as like we all hate the word reboot, I think if they're gonna get ownership of X-Men again, I think they just need to kind of start over from scratch. They can continue some stuff if they wanted to, like Deadpool, and it could be its own universe. But like, if they are gonna reboot X-Men, I'd want to take the original X-Men from the comics, Cyclops, Jean, Iceman, Beast, and Angel, and just start with them, and like with what they did with Spider-Man, where they kind of they based it more off like the Ultimate Spider-Man comics, but kind of base it more on the comic books, like they've done with a lot of their stuff, where they take certain storylines and do that. That's the thing they haven't really done necessarily all that well with the X-Men movies. Like the Dark Phoenix saga was horrible, but they're going to redo that one again.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So I think it'd be nice if they did that.
Well, it feels like every X-Men movie that's made, they sort of, not really, but sort of rebooted anyway. So it wouldn't be that big of a stretch to be like, well, let's just start over.
Yeah, I think they could do that, no problem. Aim it younger, like the actors younger. Like they started off in the X-Men like they were in their 20s. So I'd aim it younger, high school age, and just kind of start from there.
Yeah,
I think that would be best.
Any actors or actresses that you'd like to see in those roles?
You'd asked that to me before, and I couldn't really think of anybody. Like the only person I could think of was the actress who plays the girl in It, and she's like a redhead.
Oh, yeah.
She did a really good job in that movie. She's a really good actress. I could see her as Jean Grey. I could see her pulling that off and doing a good job with that. They'd have to do that sooner if they were trying to aim for being a
But I mean, this is still just rumors. So
yeah, this is all like just slight talk. And
now, would they start? Okay, let's say they do that kind of movie where they start, but would they bring any of these characters over into the Marvel universe as we know it now?
If they can totally forget about the Inhumans, I think they could do it. I'm not a fan of the show. I've tried.
I've watched it. It's not too bad.
It's not horrible, but it's like they took what was great about the characters and neutered them like right away.
Yeah.
It's like the Karnak who can like predict everything. Like, oh, he's really awesome. Oh no, he hit his head. He can't do anything now.
He's getting it back.
Slowly, yeah.
I like him.
And
I like that
and
actor
Medusa,
that does it and stuff.
Yeah, he's good. And then Medusa, like her thing is her hair. And like first episode, they like shave her head off. They're like, oh, we don't have the budget to really figure out this hair, so we're just going to shave her head.
It hasn't been too bad. I mean, I've watched it and I've enjoyed it. It hasn't. There's been other superhero shows that I've watched and I've been like, I don't need to watch that anymore. Just because I got bored, or like that one show that was on, was it FX?
Legion?
Yeah, was that what it was called? Maybe.
About Professor X's kid?
Yeah. I could never get into that one. It was just too
That one's
weird.
very trippy, very psychedelic.
Yeah, I couldn't get into that one. I started watching, watched one episode of The Gifted. It's okay.
I've enjoyed that one. That one gets better as it goes along.
Okay, maybe I'll give it another shot. But anyway, so So you're saying if they forget about the Inhumans, then they could bring an X-Man, but they couldn't do both?
I mean, they could do both, but I mean, they basically tried to make the Inhumans into their X-Men.
Well, they sort of
Into
had
that,
to.
but it's also it's also been like the TV Marvel universe, and they haven't really crossed over very well with those. So they could introduce the X-Men into the main movie universe. I think.
I mean, really, if this did happen, where Disney bought Fox, nothing would happen until after all the movies that we know that are coming out have already been out and through. So this would be, post Ultra or post. I just lost
Infinity
it.
War.
Infinity War. Yeah, post Infinity War, post all that.
Yeah.
Which we probably already know that some of the actors are not coming back anyways. So who knows what could happen. So I don't know. That's Disney's gonna be the monopoly man soon, and they're just gonna own everything.
Yeah. I mean that also includes like the Simpsons and Futurama.
Yeah.
Trolls. Yeah. Yeah, I was looking through what all they have, and it's.
So how does this apply to the Marvel deal they have, like with Universal Studios about parks and stuff? If they did acquire Fox and all the X-Men, does that deal still apply where X-Men couldn't be in Orlando?
Probably so.
Yeah.
That would probably still be a thing. I mean, it would be the same things with the Simpsons. I mean, they're Universal.
Yeah.
And like some of the alien stuff there.
I mean, if they keep going at this rate, they're going to own Universal sooner than later, probably.
Anyways. So. I mean, there's a whole government thing. Like they could see it as like they may have too much power. They may not let the deal go through.
Yeah.
So there's that. But I don't know.
So personally, would you like the deal to go through?
I would love to see them get control of X-Men and Fantastic Four again, but that's about it. Like I don't necessarily like I'm not necessarily for it because there's also Blue Sky, which is kind of Fox's animation place, and I got a lot of friends that work there, and they're kind of like worried about it a little bit because if they take it over, like are they just going to shut it down? Like, and I don't want that. I want diversity for a lot of the animation places. So I don't want to see just another Disney place. I want to see different. So yeah, I don't know.
Who knows? But it's Disney. They get what they want.
But what's crazy is that they talk about how they're having all these money issues and things like that. Like the parks are struggling supposedly.
They just say that. I don't think they have money issues.
That's for tax purposes.
Yeah,
we're not making any money.
Which I mean, they're kind of, I guess, different pieces, but still, it's like you hear about all the, I don't know, but maybe that'll help. But I think that it's good to have the diversity because, of course, they have the Universal commercials, right? And they talk about this is the part for grown-ups or big kids, or whatever, which is fine, and it's like kids are different or families are different, and then the movies, it's like, like you watch Trolls, for instance, and it's not a Disney movie, and that's okay. It's just, it's something different, and it's like you say, we need the diversity. So I don't know.
I don't know. All I know is there's more Star Wars coming, so I'm happy about that.
Yay!
Did you see? I think I sent you guys a picture of the Millennium Falcon that's like hidden by storage containers and stuff.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, not covering the top though.
Yeah, Google Maps. They spoil it again. They uncover the hot breaking news. But I mean, basically, it's just sitting there in a field. So let's go find it and get in.
And
I'm sure people are trying to get there now, so they're scrambling.
Yeah. Oh, and as much as Disney's gaining, they are losing someone. You guys don't know who he is, I'm sure. Brian.
Whoa.
Good night, everybody.
Brian Michael Bendis.
Of
Yes.
course, yes.
Let's see there. No, see you guys don't know yet. He's a bigwig over at Marvel.
I know he is, and he's going to DC. I know this.
And he's going to DC. I told you that. Jerk.
I've known this for a while. We talk often.
No, yeah, sure. But no, I mean, he's the guy he created like the ultimate. He's like the ultimate Marvel universe. He's a big guy behind that. He is the creator of Jessica Jones, that's on Netflix, and the Ultimate Spider-Man, and all kinds of stuff. And he's been like the Civil War and a lot of the storylines they've kind of been using in the Marvel universe for the movies. He is like the creative person behind all that. And he just signed an exclusive deal to DC Comics to go over and work for them, and possibly work for their like movie division as well to kind of get
they
stuff
need it.
But on track
to help them. Yeah,
they need it because it's like I'm still not excited about Justice League. I'm trying. I really want to be, but I'm just not. I don't know. You saw Thor though.
I saw Thor.
Was it good?
It was good.
It was good.
It was good.
I haven't got to see it yet.
Yeah.
Yahoo,
it was good.
Stupid Yahoo News ruined something for me. I don't know exactly what. But spoiler alert, but they didn't spoiler alert me. They said, "What does the death in Thor mean?" And I'm like, "What?" So supposedly a character dies, and I'm just like, "Thanks a lot, Yahoo." So I don't know.
I don't know.
Don't spoil it. I don't
know. It doesn't. I'm not gonna spoil anything. I don't think that. I don't think it spoils anything for the movie.
Okay.
I don't think it. I don't think it's. Yeah.
It's like, why'd you put that in a headline? The date, it was like the weekend it came out, and I'm like, really? Come on.
It's fun. I will say this. It doesn't ruin anything, but I love the character Korg in it.
See, I don't even know who that is because I haven't.
And so you don't know who it is.
I've tried to stay away from everything.
Yeah. So he's played by the director. I'll say that, and he's a great character. Once he comes on screen, you're gonna love him. The director, if you guys haven't seen, is the director from What We Do in the Shadows. Have you guys seen that movie about the vampires?
No, have not.
It's hilarious. You guys need to watch it. It's a documentary. Type film.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
And it follows around like three vampires who live together.
Yeah, I think that's
kind of what they do in their everyday lives. And he plays the kind of dandy, what they call him, vampire, where he's very meticulous about everything. He wants to keep everything clean. He tells the other vampires, like, if you bring someone over, put some paper down, just need to keep the place clean a little bit. And it shows a scene, and I won't give anything else away, but he shows a scene where he has a woman sitting on the couch. He's talking to her, carrying a conversation, and then he just starts putting newspaper down around her.
Oh gosh.
And then he sits down with her. He's like, "No, so," and then bites her neck. But he hits a vein, and blood just starts splatting everywhere. And he's trying to stop it. And he's trying to catch it with his mouth, and it's just going all over the place. It's hilarious.
That reminds me of a movie I watched today. Yeah, because I've been laying in bed for most of the time after the surgery. I watched The Babysitter on Netflix. That was so funny.
I love that movie.
So it's a movie about a kid that has a babysitter, and it turns out that she's not who they think she is, and she's like basically a leader of a cult that uses sacrifices to. Anyways, so it was funny though. Like I didn't think it was going to be as funny as it was, but like it was just like I liked it. It was funny.
It's hilarious. It's good. It's got Robbie Amell, Stephen Amell's cousin.
Yeah.
From Arrow.
Why aren't you wearing a shirt? That was the best line.
He's like, why does this guy not wear a shirt? Like, really? That's your first question? That was good.
I watched that one, and I watched Death Note last night when I was laying in bed.
Death Note?
It was okay.
I
don't know anything about the original, so to me, it was an okay movie.
Yeah, like, I tried watching the anime, and I kind of got bored with it. This one gets a little boring. Not bad, but the ending I just didn't care for.
Yeah.
I don't know if you got to the ending or not,
No,
but
I
I
got
just didn't.
to. Yeah.
Okay.
This sort of just leaves it on a. Yeah.
Yeah, it just kind of ends.
Just kind of ends. How did we get to that? Oh, Thor. So, so Thor's good. You would recommend seeing
Thor's
it in
good.
the theater?
I would definitely recommend going to see Thor in the theaters.
Okay.
The special effects are great. It's very comedic. Apparently, like 80% of the dialogue was like improv during it, uh, and all the characters are great. It's just really funny. It's I think good overall movie.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully I'll get to see it. We'll see if I can sneak out of the house one night to go see it after the kids are in bed and the wife's in bed. Um, so let's see. Thor's out. Justice League will be out in a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
The Orient Express movie comes out this weekend. I want to see that one, but I don't know if I'll get to.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
good.
um,
The Punisher drops on Netflix the same
yeah,
weekend as Justice League. So
yeah, yeah. That one is very shocking. The trailer, anyway.
yeah,
um,
that's Punisher. I mean, it's gonna be
yeah,
crazy.
Punishing.
yeah. I didn't
Punishing.
even realize that it was about time for Justice League to come out. I was just like, oh yeah, I guess it is coming out soon. I don't know.
Yeah, hopes for it. We'll see.
We'll see what happens.
They announced more about the Shazam movie, which apparently sounds like it will take place in the DC universe. Like before, they were saying it's going to be standalone, but now it sounds like it's going to be more of a part of it because of The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. He's going to be playing Black Adam, which is a main Shazam villain, but he's not going to be in the Shazam movie. He's going to have his own movie. It's very complicated.
Oh, DC.
Yeah, but apparently before that, he's going to be possibly in Suicide Squad 2 as like the MacGuffin.
Is he? Is that character in the comics?
Yes, he's
With
Black.
Suicide? No, I mean with Suicide Squad.
He's like I think they've gone up against him before. Like
Okay.
he's a ruler of a country in the comics. He's like a dictator, and they've gone to that country before in the comics for various reasons and had to face off against him. He's as powerful as Superman. He's like a Superman level villain. Um, but yeah, so yeah, I don't know. I mean, it could be interesting. I like The Rock. So
You like a professional wrestler?
I
Well.
like I like I like the actor Dwayne Johnson. No, he's good in everything he's in. No, you can't help it. Can't help but like him. uh, but
Lot
yeah,
happened in the wrestling world this week, but we won't get into that because I know you guys don't want to hear about that. But
we can talk about it. We can geek on it. Geek on it.
big thing that
Yeah.
happened was Chris Jericho. If Katrin, you know who Chris Jericho is.
Yeah.
He is going to wrestle Kenny Omega in Japan this January, I think. And this is sort of a big deal in wrestling world because Chris Jericho's a free agent now. He was with the WWE, and the WWE did not know he was doing this. And so they're sort of like taken back, like, oh, junk, he's going to promote these guys over here instead of us. And like, it was funny because on Twitter today, I guess this is his birthday. So like the WWE official account, Vince McMahon's official account, all these official accounts were like wishing him happy birthday and saying how awesome he was. And I'm like, are they trying to like get him to come back and not do this thing? But yeah, so it's just cool because for many years the WWE has been the big show around. After they took down WCW, there hasn't been many other organizations to go against them, and there's a lot of organizations now like New Japan Wrestling, Ring of Honor, that are really coming up and giving them a little run for their money by the quality of shows they put on. So this was sort of a big step to get Jericho to come to New Japan Wrestling for this big wrestling event. It'll give them a lot of is newsworthy stuff to talk about. So I don't know. They're very interesting. And that's happening. Survivor Series is coming up. It's going to be in Houston. I really want to go, but I don't have anybody to really go with. So it's sort of not fun to go to those things by yourself. So I'll probably just watch it at home. But a lot of things happening there. But I can talk about that some other time. But anyways, speaking of the Flash.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah, we weren't, but the Flash did happen again this week.
It happened. Yeah,
I have to say it was not one of my favorite episodes, if I'm going to be honest.
There was stuff in it I thought was humorous. It was funny, but there was a lot of stupid stuff that they did in it too, which I'm just like, what?
It felt like a throwaway episode. They have them every season where it's just like, let's do something, and then we'll get back to the storyline next week. Like, it had those little moments where the storyline was in there, but for the most part, I was just like, it was more of a, I don't know. Mm-hmm. Let's separate the boys and the girls and let the girls have their own show, which is fine, but it just felt weird to me. I don't know.
Well, I was fine with that too. It's just they just did some stupid stuff. So they're going up against, the girls are going up against this like apparently really powerful supervillain the cops haven't been able to touch. She's super secretive. They didn't even know about her, and like she took down Killer Frost. Oh, and they're like, you know what? We can take her on. We got a tech person, and we got a used to be journalist. I guess she's not a journalist anymore. I don't know. And we have like a district attorney. We can take this powerful like person down, no problem, on our own. And like Felicity's there, and she's like she can't call like Team Arrow.
I know, that's what I was like. Pick up your phone, lady.
With her. But they think they can take her down for some reason on their own. And like you would think, okay, they're able to track this person that no one's able to track, but they can't track like Barry's cell phone in a strip club. Like you can't just like ping cell phone a bit. I don't know. That was really weird to me. And then when they take her down, and then they just let her go.
Well, yeah, they let her go. But I'm sorry, but I thought she was the dumbest villain I've ever seen. Because for her powers to work, she has to carry around a bucket of metal. And like the bucket always just appears beside her. It's like, hold on, let me reach down in my bucket. It's just like,
it's Mr.
Really?
Bucket.
Who carries your bucket? Do you have someone that carries your bucket for you? Or do you always just have your bucket with you? Because it was just like, it was just sort of dumb, I thought. Because she was like in the middle of the street, you know? She appears in the middle of the street to face off with Killer Frost. And then, conveniently enough, right beside her is her bucket. There's her bucket. Let me put the metal on my hand.
Mr. Bucket pops balls out of his mouth.
What?
You don't remember the game? You don't remember that little game in Mr. Bucket? He goes around and he's popping balls out of his mouth and he's trying to catch the balls and put it back in Mr. Bucket. Mr. Bucket? The balls fly out of my mouth. Mr. Bucket? Yeah.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
That's her Mr.
Not fitting.
Yeah.
But in the comics, she like her power is a lot more powerful. It's like her whole body is like metal.
Well, that would be better. Does she have a bucket in the comics?
No.
Oh, good. That bucket was the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was a weird, like a change bucket. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like there's this little bucket that it's like, here's a bucket that I got from like my kid's sandbox playset. I'm gonna fill it with this metal and carry around with me. And then her henchman with the stupid tongue eye.
Snake eye.
I'm like, come on, this is the dumbest thing ever.
Little trimmers monster that pops out of his eye. That apparently, like,
what's it do? It just pops out of his eye.
It popped out of his eye and snaked around and snapped at people, and that's about it.
It doesn't do anything.
No, it didn't. It was weird.
And then they just let everybody go. Like, no big deal.
Yeah, and the cops show up like right when they let her go. It's like the cops are here. Get out of here. We're done with you. You'll never come back to haunt us.
Well, it's like when we first see that lady, and Snake Eye and the Killer Frost is there, and then Iris shows up, and she's like, "We're gonna leave now."
Yeah.
It's like, what? And they let them leave, It's because it's like there's this big fight about to happen. She's like, "I'm not gonna let this happen," or whatever, and it's like, what? Who are you? And it's like, why are you stopping? What?
She was just that thrown off by someone just popping into her basement.
It's what that's what it looked like, but still, yeah.
Yeah, there was some weird stuff happening in that episode. Like all the stuff with like Barry being drunk, I thought was funny.
I'm the Flash.
I'm the Flash.
I'm the Flash.
Our favorite part was where he was sitting there. He's like,
Yeah.
he was like, what was that? He's like, I just ran over there and got a peanut. Or something like that. It's like, what?
Like, really? Did you? I don't know. Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was some funny stuff. I liked all that. But yeah, there were just some really big plot holes for them.
Oh yeah, it was just like a mess. I thought
that was sad.
All right, we'll see what happens next week. I'm trying to remember what happens on the
next week. Mr. Elongated gets his
his ugly gray suit. I'm like, really?
Yeah, his ugly.
I'm like, they make all these cool other costumes, and then for him, they're like, "We got this from Party City for you to wear."
Cisco doesn't like him. He didn't want to spend a whole lot of time on his suit. That's what I'm taking from that. Cisco does not like this guy.
Oh. He's been funny though. Like that character's been funny. We'll see. And then they had the at the very end of the episode, I think they had the main villain flying around on the little chair.
Oh yeah,
and I thought that
was a little hokey.
I thought that was dumb. I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" This is the time he decides to leave his lair, is to fly around and grab the guy that has tears. He's like, "Oh, you're coming with me now."
Like, how did he carry him off? He's like sitting on his lap.
Yeah, he just come up on my lap.
Come up here, little boy.
What do you want for Christmas?
I don't know.
I don't
want to cry anymore.
I like the Flash, but it just seems like the season. It's like, let's see how hokey and goofy we can be.
It's like, I like that they're getting the humor back into it, but yeah, there is some things that it's just not quite working yet.
Yeah. Did you see tonight's Arrow?
I have not. I think I could see tonight's Arrow.
Okay.
Did you watch it?
I watched half of it, like the last half.
The last half?
Yeah. Well, I was watching it, and then something happened with our son, and I had to go help out, and then I came back, and it was just on, so I just finished it. We find out who somebody is tonight.
I did see that. I didn't see who it was, but I saw that they revealed a character that became the mysterious vigilante.
Yep. We find out who it is.
So
it's not who we thought it was. Just
okay.
There's that.
There you go.
I thought it was Curtis's ex-husband.
No, it's not him.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
You're wrong. Oh well, should have been. I saw Gotham. I watched Gotham though.
I was watching Supernatural when Gotham was on.
Gotham's been good this season.
Oh yeah,
I've been enjoying Gotham.
Yeah, I'll watch it tomorrow when it comes out on demand. But I've liked Gotham a lot. They're doing a lot of cool things. I've always loved the character of Solomon Grundy. So just to see him on screen has been wonderful for me. And I like how they're doing it. Good. It's been great. I love that when they had him in fights. That he's just like, "What do you want me to do?" And they're like, "Fight," and he's like, "Now." And then he just pummels the guy.
Yeah, he's getting hit around. He's just like taking. He's like, "What? I don't understand what's going on." It's good. Yeah.
So if you like Batman, definitely check out Gotham. I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix. You can start from the beginning. It's a great take on it.
It kind of falters a little bit. I think second season.
Yeah, but it picks back up.
It picks back up. Some characters you hate, but then they get better. I still don't like Fish Mooney, no matter what form that they bring her in.
She's pretty much gone now, I guess.
She's gone now, at least and I'm definitely good with that.
I like what they're doing with Bruce now in this season.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good. I definitely check out Gotham. Um, let's see what else is going on. So a few weeks ago, Chris and I got to go to the Rhett and Link's live show. They do Good Mythical Morning. They had a good a book come out, and they have
tour.
So they've premiered their new way of doing Good Mythical Morning, which they used to do one video followed up by like a more video, and now they're doing 5 videos a day. I've watched
each round.
I have my thoughts on it. What do you think about it? Them going to 5 videos pretty much a day.
I don't mind it. I think they're still kind of filling it out.
Yeah.
On what they do. Like some of the segments have been funny. Some of the segments have kind of not quite hit to me. Like I think they did a segment, was it today, where it was like you can't unsee it or something like that.
Yeah.
And that one didn't really play out very well, I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't know, but but overall, I haven't disliked it. I think
it's just going to take them a while to figure out, and that's the hard thing about YouTube, because people know what they want and they want it right now.
Mm-hmm.
And when guys and gals try new things, the people are like, "That's not what I'm used to," and I hate it. But with everything they've done, it always works out, or they change it. And I mean, the big thing for me was just the lighting. They completely changed the lighting, and it looked like they had jaundice or something. And I was just like, I just can't. The light is just horrible. And they talked about that, and they said they're working on it to fix it and stuff. But
I mean, to me, it's like any like variety show or late night show, where they try different bits, and if the bit doesn't work, they won't do it again. If it works, they'll do it again. Yeah. And it's kind of the same thing. I think they've done with their old show. Yeah. It's just expanded, so they're trying out a lot more things. So
yeah,
I still like it. I'm still gonna watch it.
Oh yeah, I'll still watch it. This week is better than last week, and it'll keep getting better. So I noticed on, I think, Twitter, Katrin, that your countdown has begun to your Disney trip.
Yes.
Ooh.
300. Let's see. Oh, I don't have my phone. It was 333 days the other day.
Yeah.
It's yeah. We like to start our countdown as far.
So you're counting down every day on Twitter?
Well, no. All my followers would hate me for that. So.
Oh, I would love it. I'd be like, "Oh, what picture is he going to bring out today?"
Oh, no. Yeah, I was. That we used to have an app that would show a badge on the icon on your phone, so you just look at it, and they don't have the one that we use anymore. So this one I have to open up, which is fine, whatever. But I did find another one that has the badge, so it's just kind of fun to see that. But well, I was thinking about that today, about how I was listening to a podcast called Be Our Guest, and it's a planning podcast, and it's really good. They do listener questions. They have 3 or 4 a week that they do, maybe 3. But anyways, they were talking about Toy Story Land. It's when's it going to open, and their guess was Memorial Day weekend, which could be. They're getting pretty far. The coaster's up. There's a lot of things that are coming up, and they announced a restaurant that's going to be there, right? And but I still wonder. I mean, I guess if it opens then, I will have time to make fast pass choices for it. But I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens when we get to make our fast pass choice, because we'll be able to make them 60 days out. So in October, that'll be 2 months from October, August. So maybe we'll get the roller coaster. I don't know. We have to choose, because they have the tiered passes.
Yeah.
So it's just hard because you want to do the things you want to do that are always full or hard to get into, right? But you also want to do the new stuff. But then it's like the other side of it is like, well, we could just go enjoy the other things because everybody's going to be at Hollywood Studios. So
Hopefully we'll be there with you.
sorry.
So
Yeah, I hope so. I hope you guys can go. Chris, you too?
Yeah, Chris, come on down.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. Start planning now. Come on. They showed a picture of them installing the the T-Rex on top of the roller coaster.
Yeah, that was cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, because they've got like all this stuff that's going to be in the middle. Because you kind of wonder, you're like, what is this going to look like? It's just this big open thing, but they've got a Jenga thing in the middle and a Rex and Tinker Toys, I guess, and it'll be cool.
Well, I've got my own countdown clock for the Disney cruise. 295 days.
See, we're about the same. When are you going?
When? September 2nd.
That's weird. Okay.
Hey, thanks for inviting us. I mean,
yeah.
See how
You're
it is.
Welcome. Yeah. You guys are welcome to come.
Hey, thanks.
It's over in Jolly England again.
Oh. No, I won't go there.
It's far away.
Yeah, it's too far away.
The Disney Christmas stuff has started.
Yeah.
As our friend Tim would say, Christmas is starting now. So it started. They premiered the show for Hollywood Studios tonight. So it looks cool. I mean, it's a projection show on the Hollywood Tower of Terror, which is weird. But they project like a gingerbread house and Frozen thing and on that. So they've sort of taken, since they don't have Osborne lights anymore, they've sort of taken a little bit of that over to the other side of the park and then had all these lights and projections. And then they also added to the Frozen show that's there all the time. They've added a Christmas part to that. And Olaf actually comes out.
Hello.
Yeah, our character in costume with the moving mouth.
Comes out of the closet.
Olaf comes out. I'm not surprised.
Wow. Anyways, so yeah,
you heard it here, folks.
But it's. I saw a picture of. I'm gonna change the subject really fast. I saw a picture of Main Street in the Magic Kingdom, and it still had the Halloween like wreaths and stuff up. But at the end of Main Street was the castle all lit up for Christmas. So it was weird seeing the transition from Halloween into Christmas. And poor Thanksgiving just gets the boot.
Yeah, no. And speaking of Christmas, it's ridiculous this year. I feel like because we joked about it being right after as soon as October 31st is over begins Christmas, and it has like the commercials. We were watching on TV tonight. I was like, oh my gosh! I mean, it's they have the like Target commercials or Walmart whatever, where it's like these toys are awesome. This stuff is awesome. You can get whatever, and then there's snow. I'm like, what is happening?
The Food Network is all Christmas now. Like they serve their holiday baking championship.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It is. And what is it? Hobby Lobby, they've already got the Christmas stuff on 40% off.
Really?
Yeah. Carla, my wife, was there, today, and she's like, it's all on sale now.
I'm going to go to Hobby Lobby.
Right?
Yeah. I was like, I'm going to Hobby Lobby.
Well, they already have like all the Black Friday ads are already out, which used to, you would get those out until like the week of.
Oh,
yeah. I've been getting like emails from Best Buy, like, here's the Black Friday deals. Go ahead and get them now.
I know. It's just like crazy.
I don't get it. Yeah. I don't.
Soon it's going to be, Halloween is going to be moved up to like June, and then Christmas will start in September.
Yeah. I mean, I like and I like Christmas. Don't get me wrong. It's just, you got to space it out, or it just gets old after a while. You're like, oh, it's Christmas, who cares? It's like
my wife has said we will not put decorations up until after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's how we are. December 1st is usually when we aim for on that.
So it's happening. It's starting everywhere.
Starting now.
Yeah. Oh, well. You guys got big plans for Thanksgiving?
We're
We
sticking around here.
we usually go to her parents' house. Yeah. Oh, they have a lodge or it's a hunting lodge that they've converted just like family place. They still have hunting people that come duck hunting there, and but we go there during this time of the year. It's like from pretty much the beginning of duck hunting season is next weekend. Through Christmas, we're there every other weekend, just about. So it's we travel a lot during this time. So it's fun though, because it's like this big bunk house. It's got 10 rooms, and everybody comes down, and there's hunters that are coming in and out, and it's cold. There's big fireplace and lots of things going on down there. At Thanksgiving, there's a festival there in Stuttgart, Arkansas. That's the Wings Over the Prairie Festival, and it's they have this national duck calling contest championship that's there. And one year ESPN was there, which was kind of cool. But it's a big deal, and they have all this stuff that goes on. So it's fun, especially when it's cold and you can enjoy it. Sometimes it's hot, and it's like this doesn't feel like fall or winter, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So fall. But it's a good time.
So I'm sure the snakes will all be gone Thanksgiving.
The snakes are gone. They don't like the cold. So
I had to kill a snake right before I went into surgery the other day.
Oh, how poetic.
I know. I was carrying stuff out to the car because we were taking our toddler at somebody's house to like play and stuff while I was having surgery. And I'm putting stuff in the car, and he goes, "Snake! Look at there, snake!" And I'm like, "What?" And there was a snake on our driveway, and he was just sitting there staring at it, pointing at it, and I'm like, "Get back inside," because it was like it was brown, and it had like a head that like a triangle head, so I don't know what it was. So I just grabbed a shovel and
cut its head
off.
Nice.
Yeah, and it wasn't a big one, so it wasn't too hard to get rid of it. But I'm sorry, listeners that are like pro snake. I'm just not. It's not going to be. Sorry.
I'm not a friend of snakes.
Especially when my toddler is like pointing at it, like standing over top of it. I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. So,
yeah. We
got rid of that.
They get snakes where my wife grew up and around the farm, and it's mostly cottonmouths and water moccasins, and some of them get 3 feet long and about an inch and a half or 2 inches thick, and they're just huge. And my wife can spot them from a far distance.
Oh, what is? Don't put that on the screen.
They look like that.
Well, no, sort of.
So now we see a snake on the screen. Yep. Okay. But there's don't like snakes. We like to look at them at the zoo. They're fascinating. They've got these big snakes at our zoo. We just went recently and saw them.
But So this is how we're going to end, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, we've been Chris and I have been doing this black and white picture challenge on Facebook. That's been fun.
Yeah.
Katrin needed to do it. I sent it to you. But it's funny every time I do. You're supposed to challenge somebody new. Basically, you put a black and white photo of something that's not a person.
Yeah.
And you don't explain it. You just put it on there, and then you challenge somebody else to put 7 days of black and white photos. Well, everybody that I've challenged has responded, "I don't understand. What is this?"
I've had that too. I challenged someone at work today, and he didn't understand it. But yeah, I challenged you, and you got it, and our dad got it. He understood it. Challenged Jared Collinger, who was on here. He got it. I don't know. Yeah, some people, it seems, although a lot of people that you seem to challenge don't get it. I only had one person that get it.
I thought it was pretty self-explanatory because it basically says it in the thing.
Although you've been taking existing pictures that you've taken before.
Well, do you know why?
Because
if I take pictures of you would get a picture of me in bed, or like my feet, or the ceiling, or the wall, and that'd be it. So I'm like, I can't really get out and do pictures right now. So I'll take pictures that I have on my camera already, and make make them black and white.
I've been doing it where it's just like everyday things I see every day. As I'm going through my day, I'm like, oh, I see this every day, and I take a picture of that. And
I've liked my pictures. I thought they were pretty cool.
They're very nice. They're good.
Did you like that? Did you like the last one of the alleyway?
I don't know if I saw that one.
I was going to ask you if you knew where it was, if you could figure out where the alley was that I took the picture of. But
I'll have to look. I liked your first one. It was creepy. Was it a dummy?
I don't remember. It was a skeleton in the zone, so I don't remember. I just remember walking through one of those zones and seeing this skeleton like in the corner behind everything. I was like, that's cool. I'll take a picture of it. So it could have been a real person. It could have been a dummy because they had a mix of both. So I don't know. But the rest of them, I knew that they were dummies.
Okay, yeah. So I see the alleyway. It's a black and white alleyway. It's got a barber's pole thing outside of it. I'm guessing it's at Universal.
Yeah, it's just this creepy alleyway that I popped into that I was like, hey, and there was like nobody around. And
I think I remember walking through there before, and like how rights. It was like in between zones.
It's like in New York. It's just sort of off by itself, and it's like basically it's just this dark alleyway that anything could happen. People could be murdered there, and nobody would know. I think. But I'll take a picture of it. So that's fun. It's something fun to do. I like it. I've been enjoying it.
Yeah.
Even though I haven't been able to get out and take pictures, it's pictures that I've taken myself.
Yeah.
So, anyways, but this has been episode 30. It's been a little different. But I think we may have a special guest next week.
Ooh, possibly so.
Possibly named Ray Chase.
Yes, another colleague of mine, an animator. Done some really cool stuff. Really great animator. Really good person. Loves talking about everything that we talk about. He's a huge Disney fan.
Sweet.
Huge park fan. So I'm sure he'll want to talk about everything going on there when he comes on. But yeah, good guy.
Yeah, if you like us having special guests on, let us know because it's been fun for us. And if there's somebody that that you think would be a good special guest, give us a shout out. Let us know. We do have or if you want to be on it, let us know. We do have a Facebook group now. If you search for I am Geek, I am Group, then just message me or something, and I'll put you on there. We'll get you on. It's a closed group, but if you message me, I'll make sure you get on, or just respond to it on my page, and I will add you. We've been having some fun on there, talking back and forth. But yeah, so we love doing it. Episode 30. Here's to 30, and here's to 30 more. Cheers.
Only 30 more?
No, we're going to do like 30 times 30 times 30.
Oh.
Times 30.
Oh, okay. All right.
Times 30.
That's a lot. Ooh.
I know.
Ooh, that's a commitment.
I know.
Oh.
Okay.
You're in it for life now.
Okay.
Also, we have t-shirts on Spreadshirt, shop.spreadshirt.com/IamGeek. Yeah. We have a YouTube page, which one of our videos is approaching 700 views. Woohoo! That's cool for us. But anyways, you can check us out. Just find us on there, I Am Geek. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for episode 30. We had a lot of geek stuff to talk about this week, and I'm sure there'll be more next week. Also, let us know what you think of the new music. We sort of have that as a filler right now. It's a little rockin'. It's from my old band. But anyways, have a good night and go out and be the best geek that you can be.
There you go.
All right, good night, everybody. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.